Hi. So obviously you don't know what self-love is, and you're looking for answers. You lack of self-love if you are here. People who love themselves, they don't visit videos like that. Self-love is a feeling, like love. So if you never been taught how to love yourself, how to respect your boundaries, how to respect your feelings, how to feel comfortable with expressing your feelings. Because obviously, let's be honest, person who love themselves, they don't have problems with things like that. It's very important to love yourself if you want to have a healthy relationship with other people, with everyone. Not only with people, with ideas and things as well. And if you didn't experience respecting your boundaries and your feelings from your parents, from people who were looking after you when you were a child, it's going to be very hard for you to, on a normal daily basis, do not have negative thinking. Do not hear this criticizing you voice in your head, inner critic. It will be hard for you to not see scenarios, catastrophic scenarios, like negative outcomes of actions what you taking, because you don't really know how to do it. So you need to learn. Now you're gonna ask me from who or from where. I've done my research. I remember all answers what I was getting, they were very mysterious, very spiritual. It always felt like I'm lacking something to understand it, like I'm still not ready. I felt very ready. I felt like this is the moment when I have to start loving myself, otherwise it's just a downhill. So one day I got a brilliant thought, which I'm going to share with you right now. Fake it till you make it. Fake it until you're gonna become. And now, if you would like to become a very successful person, millionaire, it would be good to follow someone's steps, to put yourself in their shoes. So if they, for example, waking up every day at 5 o'clock a.m. and they meditating just before breakfast, before coffee, before whatever they're doing, you should probably try that. Try to apply that into your life for a month, maybe 2, maybe 3, maybe half a year. Apparently, 21 days it takes to change our habits. So 21 days you need to repeat something different than you used to do to change the pattern in your head, make a new habit. And so on. Waking up at 5 a.m., for example, to become a successful person, meditating, then reading some book, then making a plan, whatever. But here we're not trying to become a successful person in business, we're trying to become a successful person in self-love. So, not everyone knows someone who loves themselves. Just like I said, self-love is a feeling. But we all have imagination. We all are able to imagine how person who loved themselves would act, how they would treat themselves, how their day look like, how they are drinking coffee, how they taking shower, what job that person is doing, how they feeling about their job, and so on. So I started asking myself questions. Because I'm a woman, I was asking what women who love themselves would do in my situation. And I was closing my eyes and creating visualization, using my imagination to create a picture of person, maybe just seen in an alternative reality, sitting and thinking about the same problem, being in the same problem, or just doing simple things like I said before, eating breakfast. Because I caught myself on being in a rush. When I was slowing down, I was criticizing myself or the voice in my head. Not even, it felt almost like it was not me talking to myself. This voice was mine, but I didn't want to treat myself that way. So who voice was talking to me? And to get rid of this voice, I was asking the question, and that was putting me in a position where I could create a feeling inside of myself and then try to act like this, to pretend, fake it till you become. And this is what happened. I decided to do it every day for a whole year. That was my very, very strong decision, to practice this for a whole year. Every single time I caught myself of being just not nice to myself, not very friendly, if I caught myself in anxiety, if I caught myself in some negative thinking, I was always asking myself this question. Or I caught myself being in a rush, like just being in the habit of rushing myself. Then I ask myself this question: what person who loved themselves doing when they're doing that what I'm doing right now? And you can ask anything that way. I really truly believe all of us, we have access to this very deep knowledge of our souls, of our, you can call it, higher self. And we exactly know how it's like imprinted in us. Just this voice being I don't know, like directed in we have to in tune to this frequency, because this voice is there, and you can do it. Try. I promise you, you can learn how to become a person who feels self-love. And the last thing what I want to add to all of this at the end, think about it that way. If you were through all your life approaching going downstairs as throwing yourself from top of the stairs to get on the bottom, and you were getting bruises, breaks, cuts, it felt basically not really nice. And this is the only way how you were seeing the only way how you can get downstairs. Now you need to learn. You need to teach yourself, like a baby, how to use a rail, how to use your little feet to take one step at a time. And believe me, It will get better with practice. You will start doing things very, very automatically in that way. You will not throw yourself anymore. And after time, you will notice you are able to take few steps on once, jump over them. Maybe even for fun, you would jump on the rail and get downstairs. And you can play with it. But at the beginning, it will be scary. Because if you're gonna get the access to this knowledge, this frequency of your soul, and you will imagine that person in a other dimension loving themselves, you loving yourself, and you will try to follow that steps, making that decisions, it will be something different what you are not used to do. But this information, how that person is acting, is true you. And to become true you, to express yourself fully in this life, you need to face some fears. You need to face those patterns, automatic patterns of not loving yourself. And it might be a challenge. It might be difficult. But I really encourage you to do that, because your life will change. You can believe me or not, but I was very, very critical to myself, horrible. I had horrible voice inside of me telling me awful things. And my life was just felt every day miserable. It doesn't matter, it was sunny. I live in Australia, in a state where it's non-stop beautiful sunny weather. We have beautiful beaches. People are nice. Everything is fresh. Food is fresh. And I felt just miserable because I didn't feel good with myself. And from the moment I started doing this, what a person who loved themselves would do in that situation, and I faced those fears, I followed that feeling, every day I was closer and closer. And trust me, today I do not have this inner critic anymore inside of me. It's quiet. It's just me. It's peaceful and nice. Good luck.